I'm Marissa. Hey, this is Kayla. We're
Hi.
here in Austin, Texas today, and we are going to be doing some energetic work with the land. We do a lot of work together already. If you have been following us, you know we do a lot of work with these ancient Atlantean oceanic healing pods and a lot of energy work with the water of the earth. And I will let Kayla take over now as to her experience with traveling recently and why I felt called to come to Austin to visit her because this area needed some grid work, I guess, essentially.
Yeah, I was just going to say why we're even here together because
Yeah.
it's pretty
Magical.
yeah. But I'm on a bit of a cross-country journey, I guess, going from upstate down to Florida, then over back to like Washington State. It's a whole thing. Why this is happening, I don't know. But we do work, like we said, and if you watch like some of our like exploration videos where just the two of us go in and explore stuff, there's this process of like, I don't know, like crossing of infrastructure. There's like a split between like more of a water expression of Gaia and a land expression of Gaia. And so everywhere I've been traveling has been along the coast. And when me and Marissa last met up, it was like we were bringing those codes and going into the water, into the ocean and like transferring them. But there also now is seemingly this process of like the waterways on Earth almost acting as like an interconnectedness, and how anyone who's doing grid work, like know it or not, is participating in allowing for like more light or information to travel through those waterways, like bringing expansion and like laying new foundations for us to move into new just like expressions of Gaia. Like what we're all doing right now is trying to create a better Earth, etc.
New expressions of Gaia and new expressions of self, too.
Yeah.
So we are here to do some energy work. We're going to see what comes through. And stay tuned for the Oceanic Healing Pod sessions each month that we have. We take groups down there and guide and do little explorations, and that's always really fun as well. And I have definitely been, my guides have told me, like major grid worker, and I also traveled a couple years ago cross country and back, and it's a very powerful experience. So I'm excited to be here with you as you move through it, and to help Earth ascend in these beautiful ways by activating the land.
Well, and okay, so when we were meeting up, sorry if you like yours more formal.
No.
Okay, when we were meeting up, I brought up that I was coming to Austin, and Marissa was like, I've been like,
I felt so drawn to come here this year.
Yeah. And then it just in like 5 seconds, poor Josh, Guatemala Josh, if you guys know him, I was just like, yeah, he's hosting both of us unbeknownst to him. And
thank you, Josh.
And yeah, it just happened really quickly. So I guess an added thing of if you feel a pull to something or your heart wants to do something, maybe do it.
Follow that call.
Maybe follow that call.
Because it's not just for you, it's probably for the land too.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay, let's dive in. They're showing me this like bubbling well underneath the surface of where we are. It's like this bubbling energy that's trying to like come up and out through the lake, but it's not able to. So.
And what's the bubbling well do? It like adds movement and like cleanses the water? What's the purpose of the bubbling well?
Yeah, what's the bubbling well? It's basically like an energy center, I feel like, in the land that has been, like I see there's something that's like stopped it from bubbling, and they're asking us to like remove that so it can come up, and so the energy center can be flowing. And then this land, I see like once it connects up and flows out, it's like this really beautiful, like I'm getting a visual of like a land that has been dormant, and then like once this energy activates, like it attracts new like plant life, it like wakes everything back up. And then too creates this like beautiful protection around this land, but specifically like feeding into these certain grids that are around Austin, Texas. Like this whole land will be activated and awoken into this new earth frequency, if you will. Tuishia la trama se kia la trama se kia mochia wata kia la trama sunya mataya chia wai kia muya mataya chikia la trama se kia mataya chikia wa. And I think my brain assumed that like something negative was holding it back, but actually it's just a contract with the ancestors of this land, that like this land hasn't been ready for it, but it now is. For this reconnection to occur. It had to go dormant to learn and understand its own, just to have an experience, essentially.
You're showing me like a skeletal system, so I'm trying to like slow down so I can be like, what are you actually showing me? So I don't know if it's of the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
أسأرت جراسك رأتك رأتك أسأرت شكو أسأرت تتأرت الرسر الرأي رتك أسكرت سكوت سأرت إتي إشيارتي رت جراسك رأتك أسكرتك أتسكو أو كيك إشيا أسير الرت ترت جراسك رأت سرت ترت جراسك رأتك أتتيشيا أورتتيسي رتتي ترتكرا الرسر الرتكراتك الرتتيشي اس ارتي اورتي تر الرسر الرتتي تر الرسر الرتتي الرتك الرتي اورتي ترتكراسك راس ارتش او اكرا الرسر الرتتي الرتس او رتتي الرسر الرتت ارتك اس الرسر arratika asaka ish ti ish
I felt you like communicating with this like well of power, and basically like you could equate it to like turning up the temperature of it all. And in the bone structure that you were seeing, I feel like that is like what it has been. Like it's just been bones, but now it gets to like, it's being like reborn into like something that can hold like muscle and skin again.
Yeah, I just got a bunch of resonance. It's something like tissues being able to be grown, like cells producing.
I can feel the water is like being drawn this way. Like it feels like we're pulling it this way. And I just looked, and it is now coming this way. So I see a small line of this energy coming out of this well now and connecting in with what feels like the center of this like body of water. And this water does connect to the river, so I feel like eventually like this well of energy, once it's fully open, will then like light up this whole river. But right now, just to like reconnect, it feels like an energy like friends meeting after like centuries. And so it seems like there's a little bit of timid energy, but it's going up and connecting within, and just like it feels like it's making sure it's safe to like take up space in this water. And I'm hearing like it is. I feel like there are ancestors that are telling me like they helped this land close at one point because it was unsafe for this energy to be free flowing, and the land felt that.
Yeah, that's what I was getting there. Like, we're opening up, they're saying her, like the well, opening her up to more of herself, like re-inviting more of herself back in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing she was like super clenched, and now it's like relaxing, like a muscle. More of that stream is starting to uncurl.
Feels like there's some density in her that she's like, ouch, what the fuck, that we're like releasing.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, I just got like a full.
Grasa rateta krata krata kaskra arteti titi ishikia kra rateta rate grasa krata rate grata ka atuto oaishia ya rate sekra arate grata kata atukoskoto okoakia ka arete oshokoskoa kia ka aya ka ashekia ka arate grata toto okrosoko toto otetiti rate tata arate sekrata kaska ate asaka ashokoa kia ka ishikia ka arate sekrata arate grasa kata to osoti rate sekrasa krata saka ate tata otosoko shokoa kiaka ishikiaka rate sakra arate krata kata ko otoasi ete krata ka ishikiaka asakra ate ka atosoko otosokra arate krata kasako otoso ishisara arate grasa kra arate grotoko soko oshokoa ka ishikiaka arate sakra arate grata kaskra atosu usurutusu shkai sikrete tosoko todo sikia ka ai ishikra ate osiatata osor asaya oshui kia ka aya reteta ia tosi titi grais umbate gra arrate usa rete tata rete saka atorate sara rus rarate autosush.
So they were showing me, and this is gonna sound weird, y'all. The well turned into like a female breast. And I was like, okay, guys.
Titties.
Yeah, where are we going? What?
Because they
like,
know about Hippie Hollow.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so there's a nude beach like a mile down the road. But I was like, okay, why are you showing me that this well is now a breast, and like the energy coming, it's literally like coming through the nipple and there's like coming up like milk. And I was like, why this image? This is interesting. And they were basically like, it's a similar frequency to how women who have been hurt because of their body feel. Like that's what we're helping this energy well to heal is like,
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, she felt she needed to hide this part of her.
Yeah.
And now that we're helping her to see that it's safe, now that she's felt it's safe and like getting that validation, she is now like exposing herself in this really vulnerable way. And through this like exposing, she gets to like redefine her relationship to her body or to her like to this land. And then it's just very ironic that there is a nude beach where people get to kind of like feel safe while nude. And so very interesting like symbolism of how this well or energy center that has this beautiful feminine presence is awakening in that way.
That is what it felt like. She was like almost expressing like shame or fear, and then
Exactly.
And then it was almost like we were like, "It's okay though. You could do it. Like move through it." And then she's like, "See, okay, now we're good.
Like
Now
I'll
we feel
expose
better."
myself.
Yeah,
Titties out. But it's to this like energy center that does have this like sacred. It's like once you reclaim these body parts, you realize the sacred energy that they hold. So like a feminine breast holds potent milk for its children to grow. And that's kind of like what she's sharing with like this. Through the earth, she is now a vessel that can then share this energy for the things around her then to grow. And I think that's why I was getting that like opening plant visual of like a bunch of plants growing and it going from like dead zone to like life once again. And maybe that's the essence of like what this well holds is it is life, just how breast milk is life. And living, it is living. Oh, so cool.
that is really cool.
I wonder how many other boobies are waking up on the
You're saying balancing.
Yeah, I see us, like they're showing me a visual now that like if a door was rusted, we're like going in and like adding a bunch of oil to help it like continue to pry open. But it's not even being pried open, like it's wanting to open, but we're having to like assist in the opening just because it's been closed so tightly for so long. Hayakia haya masikia toya shikia mosikia la drama sikia toya shikia niamotaya shikia toya shikia suten chia niamotaya la drama sikia niamotaya chaya sikiawa.
Yeah, like a structure level, they're saying working to alleviate tension within the field that's not allowing for full like embodiment of self. If you want to look at it from that layer.
Arrete grasa krata kaskra arte grasa kra atoko orto soko to os artesh I is alate grasa krata ka ate artes grasa krata kaska ate etish is ala kra arte grasa ka ate eti arte I as alate tash arte grasa krata ka to os o ortes gros ko os orto os orte tish yarate tata arte ati etish is I as is arete gras kra arte gras os ko o as i, ish is I, ash is arate gras krataka arate sakrataka ato soro oroto soroto oto sorate titi arate sar arate tarate gra arasara arate sarate tata arate tis arate ish ka ish is I, ash is arate gras kra arate ti arate tarate gras kra arate sarate tis arate tish arate tata arate gras kra arate gras kra ato o ash is arate gras sakrata atas arate ti es arate otos o ash is arate sakra arate gras ko o as arate ti arate so o arate I arate gras kra arate sarate otoroto so ko o as arate ti arate sa arate tarte gras krata o arate sakra ate ato surutu arasara arate sa arasara urusur ate arasaka arate sa arasara urusur urutu arate ti arate gras arate ti arate tu sara arate gra arate si grasa ushiki asara arate sakra arate ti arate tu urusur arate grasa arate ti es arate tu urte ti arate sakra arate gra orate gra sara arate tu sorry sis.
No, I'm
going
just
on for
fully,
so long.
I'm fully receiving.
Usu ngrasara urtu merata tut urutus kushi us
It's truly beautiful what's occurring. I feel like this land is a metaphor for the sexual trauma that has occurred on the planet for the feminine energy. And they're not even saying just for feminine, like everyone expresses feminine energy. So it's just like sexual trauma and like taking advantage of sacred land can also be like a mirror to this energy. And so I'm feeling it in my own body with my own experiences in that, and how those experiences have clenched up these like reproductive parts of my body. And it's like I can feel what you were doing and what we're helping this breast to do is to like loosen, and like it's safe not to clench and it's safe to open. And I could see like flowers blooming like down in my beautiful parts as flowers were blooming like in her, like this center that we're assisting. But there was this energy that this land has been so taken advantage of, and it's so sacred. And like I see the wall is on this land that is separating humans, cultures. The like oil rigs that are on this land are taking an advantage and pulling things from it. Like there's so many things that are happening, I think just in the state of Texas, that are just siphoning energy from this land. And that's why it's been unsafe for her to open up, for these energy centers, period, to open up and be open. And that's why the ancestors that have walked this land help them to close at a time. But now it's beautiful because this shows that change is occurring. It's safe for them to open again. So that speaks to where we're at and speaks to the ascendance and the work that has been being done here, specifically, potentially in this state of like reclaiming the wildlife land, reclaiming like this is land for the people, not for these giant corporations to come and fuck with. And even the water, like you were saying yesterday, like there are so many organizations trying to assist and give back to the land now. And so that's why she can open up and be safe. But two, for the feminine body, if you are someone that like resonates with and identifies with having a feminine body, they're saying like this is just a representation that it's safe for us to soften. It's safe for us to soften. We no longer need to be scared. We no longer need to be clenched. We no longer need to be holding so tightly to our traumatic experiences as a means of protection. And that's what like I think what we're helping this center do right now is to like release those experiences and open her back up. And so that's kind of what we're doing. And I felt like the work that you were just doing, Kayla, was also affecting my body as I sit here and like receive it. And I could feel like just my poussée open up and just like relax and expand and just like calm, I think, and release fear.
I'm excited to watch it back because that's something that's been coming up for me, like sexual stuff aside, just in general with my body. I notice when I'm trying to ground in to be able to like even just like tune in the way that I want to, etc. They're like relax more, and every time I relax more, there's so many areas of my body that are clenching.
Yes.
And when I do let them go, there's so much that still like energetically starts twitching to be released, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
we're holding on to
so
much.
Oh yeah, my hands while you were doing that, they were like to like release it and just like move it out because I'm sitting pretty calmly here. Like my hands were just going and flowing. And what did I say? The sun just peeked out.
Yeah.
It's very cloudy here, but I was like, watch, we're gonna do work and it'll start showing itself. I can feel it. The heat is coming in. Yeah, this is a really beautiful just reflection of another reflection of the feminine rising on the earth. And this is like the new era that we're moving into. It is this gentleness, this softness, this ability to hold space without fear.
Yeah, 100%. I'm sure so many people have been feeling that lately. Like that's what's been coming in. Like it's safe to be your soft self. Like you don't have to be so
jaded, guarded.
Yeah.
Living in fear. But it does make sense. Like it's not to diminish the experiences that we've all had as women. I think it's like what every 1 in 5 has experienced something of that nature. Not to diminish the experiences, but we no longer need to hold on to them and identify with them so strongly as a means of protection or as a means of like hating the opposing side that inflicted that onto us.
Yeah.
Let me see where she's at though. I don't know if the birds were tweeting before we started, but I feel like not. And now there's a lot of birds singing, which is really beautiful. It feels like they're carrying this energy through, like above the land. Like they are of the land and they're like carrying it and transmitting it into the air. Oh yeah. Okay, so I do see it is like fully open now and it like relaxed. And I see this like beautiful like spiral. I get like a blue spiral just circulating and just like swirling. Is it waiting for something? It feels like it's waiting for something. Okay, like you said, it's coming into balance. Just like reorienting itself.
Isaya koshito mate yasa ratetosu Matea rateta, sacra ratea, rate saroto soroto te ratea, rate sarate sharate tarate rate, urate sarate tarate cra arrasaratea, urusurutus surutus arate, urate sarate sacra arate shaka ati, arate eti, arate es arate tu surutu urutu suru urutu su turihia, ishiara, arrasararati, arratusu, uretisa, grahaisi ako, osuko oto, arratea, ish arratesa, arratgrasa, arratek oto, to arratea, shusa, hasa, kusu, tu, suriti, retisa, atiti, arrategrasa, atisara, arrategrasa, ushu, usu, arrategrasa, arratea, uretea, retisaya, uretesa, arrategrasa, ushu, grasa, shukutu, sha, sa, hiate, saya koshuku, ratsa, kasaya koshuku, mate, santo.
Tushia masaya tsaya niete shia doya kiawa. That was such a cool visual. So from the spiraling during that, we were like pulling the energy up and up and up and up. And then it like shot out of the lake. And like it was like a giant tidal wave that like shot up and then like kind of like a whale, like then like came back down and like hit the land and like gushed out. And then we were like grounding it into the surrounding land. And then it's like continuing to just flow out from there. Whew. Whew. Supianya masaya chia wa kiama kiawa. Oh.
Fish?
Yeah, something just splashed over. Hello. Sutianya chia tsia tikia hoyamakia. It's like a fountain. It's like up and running now. And it has the anchor points to, they're showing me kind of like a visual of like the figure 8 that moves through the body, where like energy like spouts up out the head, goes around, and then comes back in, like these 2 giant circles. They're showing me like that's occurring now with
Like the toroidal field?
I think so. Yeah, like energy. Yes, I think that's what it's called. But yeah, it's happening now with the land, and now it's like in every direction. The circumference of this energy well is now like recycling and like awakening the land, cleansing it.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. It sounds like, yeah, I keep hearing little splashes and stuff from the water. That's fun. And the wind has calmed too. Shiana Masaya Taya Shuyatia Sakia Motaya Shayala Drama Sekia Niamachia Toya Sakia Huama Kiawa. There's this warmth that I feel from the earth now.
The way they're framing all this to me is like versions of self. Like every single individual thing and greater things have like versions of self being experienced. So the well is just like experiencing a new, like more embodied version of self is how they just want to make it clear.
I love that. It just goes to like the earth is our body and we are her.
Okay, I'm just saying there's a passageway that's now available through here, and it feels like they're talking about like the routing that's been. I think so many people on this land and in their respective homes are doing different grid work, like know it or not. And it's like kind of what we're doing in the ocean that one day, where it's like routing information, but there's also been like routing of information like on the waterways, like I was saying, like intersection of stuff. They're almost saying this like. Now that it's open, it's able to be like a passageway for information or light, whatever you want to call it, to pass through.
Oh, that's why I feel like they were connecting it to like feminine body, like vagina too, like a center for receiving.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because that's
cool.
because when you were talking about the fish, there have been times where you do stuff like this where the land like wants to give. Just wants to say thank you. And like every time I'm like, I can't feel a fucking thing. And other people are like, oh, I can feel their love. I'm like, I don't feel a goddamn thing. And I think it just speaks to a bigger thing of like feminines being what we were talking about earlier, being open to receiving and stuff like that. So it is weird, the symbiotic, like what we're seeing and how
what we've been talking about. How what we're going through right now.
Because I do think people are called to certain types of grid work or whatever. Like it's almost like you have to be an energetic match for that type of work that needs to take place. Because everything is like symbiotic.
Yeah, I heard a thank you. But the fish, I like, and this fish too. Where is she?
There's a dead
There's
fish.
a dead fish. This is why we chose this spot. There's a literal gift from the earth saying, thank you for being here. This is the spot. Let me see if it feels complete. Yeah, it feels good. I heard like now sit and receiving. They do kind of like want to give back. They're showing me they kind of like move the energy up through my portal and out through the two portals of my chest. And then like they were showing me that's like the snake, that the lake looks like a snake, feminine energy, kundalini energy, sexual energy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is wild.
Where's that? Yeah, full resonance.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, land. Thank you, beautiful ancestors that assisted with this well, and thank you, well, for trusting us in your transformation. And may this land continue to be blessed and cared for. Amazing. If you want us to do this for your land, let us know. Yeah, reach out. Beautiful. Anything else?
I don't know. But also, can I just say what I'm feeling right now?
Yeah.
But also, like, other people can do this for their own land too.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Absolutely.
But like, yeah, I guess there is I'm so weird about that.
Like offering?
No, not offering, just like wanting people.
To be empowered in their own
Yeah.
right. Oh, absolutely.
But like also it's like, okay, but I guess you do need to, like, I can't see like you can see, like we all have different gifts that allow us to be able to do this work with like added intention and clarity, etc.
Even like sitting in spaces where, like, if you own land, you could be present and have the experience and guided, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're totally right. I'm such a
The earth needs us. Oh. Wow. Aw. I wonder what that is. It's like a little sandpiper.
Should I get my Merlin app?
Yeah.
Make it sound, babe.
Yeah. Make a sound, little guy.
Oh my
It
god,
looks like a little sandpiper.
I forgot to text Josh that we were leaving.
Oh, shit. That's okay. The alarm's on, so. Yeah.
Cut this part.
Yeah, we'll get this. Oh, that was the cutest little guy. Good thing you remembered.
No, he texted me and said, remember to text me when you're leaving.
Shoot.
Anyway, that was really cool.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
And what's also weird is there have been, like they'll do different analogies with like the Patreon videos, like you've said before, where we all connect in and then like it's charging. But they've been before, it's like specific to the waterways. Since I left, they've been like, you're like milking areas, or they'll give the heart thing and like pumping blood to blood vessels, or they're like, here's the port and here's all the boats, and then you send them and then they can all be directed. They're all the same thing, but like milking it was one of them, like bringing, yeah.
Yeah,
So funny.
that is. How cool. We just realized we didn't really film an outro, but thank you for watching. Thank you for attending this beautiful land activation. If you resonated with this, you can attend our Oceanic Healing Pod calls, or if you want this done to your land, let us know and we can do it virtually or potentially come to you and help to activate the land and connect you with your sacred earth spot. Yeah.
You said it, dude.
Okay, cool. Kayla Shanks on Patreon. Marissa, Earth to Marissa on Patreon if you want to stay connected. And thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, Zaddies. Bye.